How's it going, guys? Panther Films here, and today we're going to be reacting to episode 7 of Agatha All Along. This episode is titled Death's Hand in Mine. Last episode was mainly a backstory episode. We didn't really push the story, forward anywhere, but it was mainly just, Billy's backstory and, what happened with his perspective of things. His soul being transferred, which I think is still fucked, because, that kid is dead. William Kaplan is dead, but he's also kind of not. You know what I mean? But the parents don't know he's dead, but they kind of think he's dead because of the amnesia shit. It's wild. Lilia was the one who put the sigil on him, and obviously she forgot, because, duh. And I also don't think she was in control in that moment. Maybe it was, one of them premonitions she had or something. I don't know, while she was doing the sigil. But it's interesting. But then at the same time, it's also why didn't Alice remember Billy? But that, from what I've heard, that might have been why she got fired. Because she couldn't, she had to write a report, but she could never remember the kid's name. We also got to see Ralph Boner, which, Evan Peters returned, I guess. And he's a conspiracy guy now. Well, not kind of, but he's been through it ever since WandaVision. But yeah, basically Ralph Boner gave Billy information about Agatha Harkness. Billy went to go find Agatha Harkness in Westview. He found her. Then we got to see his perspective of the interrogation scene, which was kind of wild. But yeah, I mean, outside of that, we ended the episode with Agatha coming out of the mud, and her and Billy had a bit of a confrontation. And, Billy ended the episode with saying, he's not that nice, as he walked away, both of them going to the next trial. We still don't know where Lilia and Jen is. Are they dead? I don't know. We don't know where Vio is. What's she up to? But yeah, also, before I begin, this reaction will probably be a day or two late, maybe a little longer. It is what it is. I know it only happens with Agatha, it doesn't happen with Daryl or anything like that, but Daryl's just easier to react to. Agatha's in the middle of the week, you know what I'm saying? So it's hard to fucking do a reaction like that. But thankfully, this episode is a bit shorter, so I'll try and get it out as soon as I can. Yeah, that sums it all up. So let's stop dilly-dallying around with this shitty intro and get right into the fucking episode.
Really kind of hated each other in the beginning, but now.
Wait, but now, wait. Didn't she say I love you guys? Because she goes to the future.
The terror reversed. That can't be good.
Yeah, she does. I mean, yeah, we've established she can see the future of some kind, right? Yeah, what happened to these two?
Death comes for us all.
Wait, they're dead? Does that confirm it? Death's Hand in Mine. I love how the title of the episodes are literally just the lyrics of the Ballad of Witch's Bird. Oh, no, she's alive. Is she falling? What is she wearing? I'm so confused. What the fuck? What was that?
I'll get a nosebleed trying that hard to read my mind.
I'm not.
Oh, okay. I'm your mom's ex. Best friend.
X.
I'll get what I want at the end of the road. And she's not my mom. I have a mom.
That's gonna piss people off.
Is Wanda Maximoff really dead?
Yes. No. Maybe.
What?
Hey, you want straight answers? Ask a straight lady.
Wait, so... but why did Agatha see the body? Because she was under the spell, and therefore the witch that did the spell was dead?
I honestly believed your experience would be the key to our success here.
We're alive. Success.
Now I wonder if you've ever been on the road at all.
Nope. Of course she hasn't. We figured that out. Yeah, the moon again. I feel like that's gonna play some kind of a bigger role. What the fuck?
She's based on me, you know.
Prove it.
Fucking Maleficent and fucking the Wicked Witch.
Your path winds out of time.
Why'd you do that? He's always responsible for the trial setting off.
No time like the present.
Obviously you're leaving somewhere behind, and you have these sphinxes with you. and they represent your
Coven?
mysteriousness.
Oh, you have a real gift.
Okay, this card doesn't really.
What the fuck? Ay, ay, ay.
I know this one. It's about deception and betrayal,
Check, check.
but it's reversed. You're being truthful.
Eeny, meeny, miny.
We keep at it until we get the right cards in the right spots or the ceiling runs out of swords.
Oh. If the swords don't kill you, the ceiling will crush you.
I was falling.
Huh?
Yeah, we both were. You very clearly said we had to follow this gross tunnel and look for shelving.
Shelving.
Wait, so they just went into a tunnel?
The son of the Scarlet Witch kicked us off the road.
What?
Teen is the son of the Scarlet Witch? How do you know? I told you.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Fittingly, you and I had a very grounding heart-to-heart conversation. You said this might happen, but you're being extra wispy.
Wispy?
Kooky.
Which is it? Am I wispy or am I kooky? Alice, don't try to save Agatha.
Yes,
Oh.
I love it.
You are visiting.
She's dead, they're all dead or whatever.
We're having a lesson.
You're first.
I was bad at Tealing.
What do you see, Lilia?
The road. The way out.
You're confused again. It's okay.
I'm not. You look at me and you see some doddering old broad.
Well, tell me what more I should see when I look at you. You mentioned something about gaps?
You know, it's like premonitions or whatever. Like she goes to the future.
When I was a child, I experienced my life out of sequence. It's getting worse.
Why is it getting worse?
Maybe because I'm close to the end.
Of the road?
No, her life. What the fuck?
Agatha, what are you doing? Jeez. Lilia! Well, I was
Oh.
trying to help you.
Yeah.
How did they get back? What?
We are not cool, teenager.
Damn, using his full name.
I'm sorry. I wasn't hiding my power from you. It was a surprise to me too. If I'd have known, I would have.
You're reading my mind.
Only because it's so loud.
Hmm.
No offense.
I remember you now.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Aren't you furious?
I mean, always, but collectively, we've moved on.
At your prompting.
The way she said that. We've moved on now.
What am I wearing? This is so demeaning.
Wait, she was wearing this outfit when she was falling at the beginning.
I was doing a reading.
But how did they get here?
I'm glad you're here now.
Because now you need me. Ain't that just like a witch? I saw what was going to happen to you that night. I saw who you were and who you would become.
So she protected him.
Make it stop! I wanted my call! I hated this the first time!
Stop.
Tell me about your life now. Are you nimble with your craft?
If I was, I wouldn't be here.
Which requires a coven.
It didn't work out for me the first time. It's sure not going well now.
So much fear, even now.
Hmm.
Your task is not to control, but to see.
Like, you can't control the uncontrollable.
What?
Wait, what?
I was hoping I would get to skip this part entirely.
So we're jumping around the time, okay.
You said this used to happen to you when you were younger.
What did she pick up?
Oh my god.
Wait, the underneath Agatha and... Alright, now we get to see the full thing.
We're cool.
We are? Hey, things are looking up.
Oh my god.
So is this Lilia's trial?
Ask her how we're getting out of here.
The question must be vital to his journey on Earth.
I'd say it's pretty vital.
Lilia, can you just steal or whatever?
He must ask a question.
What does it matter?
Proper time.
Where's my brother?
Am I William or am I Billy?
Hmm.
That's a very good question. You must overcome all to reach your destination.
Alright.
What, no snide remarks?
That sounded good to me.
Good. Now, you are the magician.
Mm-hmm.
You have enormous potential.
Yeah.
I don't mean to question your methods.
Then don't. Here's your neck. Oh, no! Get off me!
Oh.
Really hated each other from the beginning, but now
I love you guys. Yeah. I think feel like they kind of ruined that in the previously.
I didn't want to come.
Then why did you?
To get my power back.
Where did he go?
I'm a forgotten woman.
Then remember yourself.
Our entire coven wiped out by a fever. I saw it. I told you, but it didn't change anything.
You can't change the
Death
future.
comes for us all.
Yeah.
It is what we all have in common.
When will it come for me?
Probably this episode based on how much focus you've had.
What will you do with your remaining time?
The son of the Scarlet Witch telepathically kicked us off the road. We sank beneath the surface. Agatha is in the trial with Billy.
Who is Billy?
The son of the Scarlet Witch. Try to keep up.
Is that the way out? Off the Witch's Road?
No.
The 7.
Hide.
I don't think hiding's gonna do anything. I'm surprised that did anything. I guess they don't really care about Lilia and Jen.
Where are they going?
We don't need to worry about them right now. I'm going to take this path toward my trial.
It is her trial.
I know what I did wrong. My path winds out of time. I was reading for the wrong person. I am the traveler.
No sword.
Don't jinx it.
I needed you. My coven.
Where is Rio and, like where is she?
Immense spiritual power. Unable or unwilling to use it. Heartbreak, sorrow, grief, destruction, sudden upheaval but reversed. It means miraculous transformation. The destination.
The fucking with time is like wiping me out.
Who is that?
Don't you recognize me, Lilia?
Okay, so finally we know where Rio's been.
Death. In the end, all roads lead to me.
Wait, is she deaf? So my theory was kind of right. If she wasn't the fairy of death, she is deaf. Wait, is she deaf from the fucking comics? Like, the one Thanos is obsessed with? Like...
Rio. She's deaf. The original Green Witch.
Yeah.
What can I say? I like the bad boys.
7. They're here.
Quick, everyone in the Iron Maiden. When she calls you a coward, hit the deck.
What?
Go.
When she calls you a coward, hit the deck.
How?
Oh, it is his fucking book. I had a feeling it was.
I'm not going before you.
You're the path ahead, Jennifer.
Oh yeah, there they are.
Like I just did.
The trial just ceased to exist or some shit. Yeah, because at first trial it like flooded, right? Ugh. And then they all get impaled by the swords. So Lily is dying then. And I guess so are the Salem 7. I don't know, I doubt it though. I mean, like, aren't they already technically dead? There it is, she's fallen. Well, goodbye, Lilia. Imagine she just doesn't land on a sword.
Let us begin.
Hey, you can't play this song. You can't play this song, especially when you had fucking Evan Peters in last episode. You can't play this. A fitting song, though, because, you know, time in a bottle, right? Well, another Coven member down. Lily is dead. Or is she? Because, like I said, she didn't fucking... Like, she might have not landed on a sword. I feel like the fall would probably kill her anyway, though. But whatever. Overall, I'd say this is a pretty good episode. Like, the way it was structured with, you know, Lily's premonitions and, like, her seeing the future and stuff, and how that kind of impacted the episode is interesting, because we saw it kind of through her eyes for the most part, outside of, like, the beginning with Agatha and Billy. So, that was cool. We also had the confirmation that Rio is deaf, which, you know, I had a theory about her being, like, maybe the ferry to death because of the way, like, she laughed about it and stuff like that. Like, she knows death personally. But no, she is deaf. Now, the question is she the death from the comics that Thanos is obsessed with? Because if she is, then how does that impact things later on, right? And I wonder, like, if Rio got any kind of like energy once the snap happened. But I mean, when people got snapped, they didn't die. It was more just like they disappeared. But yeah, Lilia dying was pretty expected because I feel like everyone's trial, someone's died. But I feel like we need to change it up now. Like we need someone to survive the trial. You know, I mean, I guess Agatha survived hers. Oh well, I guess no. I mean, so did Alice. But then she died anyway, so it's like, I thought it was pretty interesting that everyone was wearing something connected to, you know, like, movie media in a way. You obviously had, like, Maleficent with Billy. We had, I think it was Lilia was what, was it the Good Witch from the fucking Wizard of Oz, right? I can't remember what her name was. Obviously, you had the Wicked Witch, which was Agatha. And then I assume Jen was the fucking crone from Snow White. Right? So there's a lot of like Disney stuff. I don't know if Wizard of Oz is owned by Disney, is it? I'm not 100%. I don't think so. It might be. I mean, fucking everything is owned by Disney at this point. So it could be all Disney-owned characters, maybe. Which is funny. I thought the tarot card stuff was intriguing because you kind of... It kind of gives us a hint of like what's going to happen to some of the characters. Like, Billy, for instance, it said he was going to reunite with someone. Or it'd be like a reunion. It could mean anything. Like... I don't know, it could mean like he reunites with all the Coven members that died. He reunites with his mother. He reunites with Billy. Or Tommy, not fucking Billy. Billy, he reunites with himself. What? Or he reunites with Vision. I mean, I could see Vision Quest being about, like, Vision getting his memories back, finding his sons, and then they go find Wanda. It's wild, though, because we've only got, like, 2 episodes left, but they're both coming out next week, so technically this is the penultimate episode. Technically. Like, it's like the penultimate week worth of talking about the show, right? But, I mean, it was a pretty good episode. Like, I think, who plays Lilia? I think Paddy... I don't know what her second name is, goddammit. But she did a great job with, like, fucking unraveling herself, you know? And it all made sense, like, why she was saying that shit early on in the season. Like, don't try to save Agatha or whatever, you know? I did feel like they ruined that in the previously because they started showing it and then it made sense. I was like, oh... Like, she, like, goes to different places in time, like, in her life. But I love how that was done, like I said, in the episode. Just, it made us, like, just as confused as Lilia gets. Like, what the fuck, where in time is this? Like, is it set before, is it set after? How did they get there? Like, what's happening? So I guess the Salem 7 are dead now? I mean, if they are, that's a decent way to go before... the final 2 episodes. Now it's just, I assume, gonna be Agatha versus Rio? I feel like Rio would win, right? I mean, she's deaf. But I guess, like, does all magic, whether it's supernatural or not, does that also get affected by, like, Agatha's draining abilities or whatever? Like, does she take, like, if she took Death's power, could she become the new Death? Or is that not how it works? I don't know enough about Death in Marvel other than like the Thanos stuff, and I think she dated Deadpool at some point or something. And she also did go out with Thanos. Or was it in the comics? Or wasn't it Hela that went out with Thanos? I'm so confused. It's like different. Like there's a goddess of death, which obviously it's a goddess of death. It's not actually death. Like you've got the goddess of death, which is Hela, but you have the death, which is the be all end all. Now, the question is Rio like that version of death? Does it control everything death related, like different planets, different, you know, universes, or is it just Earth? Like I said, overall, I think this might be one of the best episodes, I think, because, like, it was just well-rounded, you know, it had, like, a decent trial that kind of connected to Lilia, and then all of it kind of made sense by the end of the episode. The Salem 7 have potentially been dealt with. I feel like they haven't, like... Is it just me, or is it, like, aren't they, like, possessed, like, supernatural beings at this point? Like, they've just lived forever, like, with the way they move, and they can turn into animals and stuff like that? Like, I feel like one of them could have just turned into a bird or something and then flew away outside the tower. But yeah, I mean, I think they did a pretty good job, like, concluding Lilia's storyline. I think, you know, it was interesting that we did see, like, the end of Lilia's life at the beginning of the episode, and that's how we ended it. Like, I feel like she had the most, like, well-rounded, like, arc in the show. At least so far. I mean, obviously Agatha's arc could be fucking insane. Like, we've still got that, and then Rio, whatever's going on with her. So now, like, the only three left is Billy, Agatha, and Jen. So is Jen gonna die in episode 8, and then Agatha's getting her powers back in episode 9, and then she's gonna fight Rio? Or is she gonna get her powers back in episode 8, and then episode 9 is a full-on fight? And then obviously you've got Billy looking for Tommy. But how would she get, like, how would Agatha get her powers back? We still haven't done, like, we've still got Jen's trial, which would be next episode, right? Oh no, I guess we already had Jen's trial. That was episode 3, right? Or was that Sharon's? I think it was Jen. I think it was Jen's because it kind of connected to her, like, beauty stuff, right? So episode 3 was Jen. Episode 4 was Alice. Episode 5 was Agatha, and episode 6 wasn't anyone's because that was just like a backstory episode. Episode 7 was Lilia, and then I guess episode 8 could be Billy? Or was it only 5 trials? So it could be Billy's trial next episode, and then episode 9 could be the juicy shit. It's wild that the show's already over. I think it makes sense that it come out because technically it's coming out on Halloween here. It's coming out on the 30th in like US and stuff, but it's coming out on Halloween here, so that's pretty timely. I think it's Halloween, right? Is Halloween the Thursday? Yeah, Halloween's a Thursday, so yeah, like that's pretty timely, especially in the UK. But yeah, like I said, pretty good episode. Interested to see where it goes with like the deaf stuff. I mean, Agatha clearly knew that Vio was deaf. It makes sense. Like she talked about like the bodies and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, like I said, this reaction will probably be a little bit late. Not by much, maybe like a day or two. It usually has been with Agatha for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, like I'm excited to see where the next 2 episodes go, how it all concludes, and if like Wanda or anything connected to Wanda comes back. I mean, I assume Tommy will come back, but it's just like how are they going to utilize Tommy? Because they have to bring back Wanda before 2026, or at least 2027, like before Secret Wars. Like Doomsday isn't like that's obviously going to be more focused on Doctor Doom. But yeah, I mean, I don't really have a lot of like questions. Like this episode left with me being satisfied in terms of answers. You know what I mean? Basically sums it up. I know this review was a little bit shorter than usual, but hey, I mean, when I enjoy an episode and, most of it makes sense to me, like a lot of the stuff that I have is either like problems with episodes, like when I talk about a review, like nitpicky stuff, and then like questions, but this episode answered a lot of the questions. Like this was the episode where like the plot twists were revealed to us as the audience, But now we've still got the Agatha stuff with Nicholas Scratch and all that. Right, like we've had 2 plot twists this season. We've had kind of a plot twist because we had Billy as Wiccan, and then Rio is deaf. So it is what it is. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and I will see you for the next one. Ta-ta and farewell.